The Ohio State Football Report is here to bring you good news and good news only to start your week. The Buckeyes coming off a win against Grambling. They will most likely remain number one. More and more to go with it, good news-wise, which we will get into during the show today. Before we get things going, spam that comment section, and we are going to give you a shout-out. See if you can beat Tyman The Buckeye, 97 comments last time we did it. Tyman getting a shout-out once again, but if you can beat him, most comments in this comment section today, we're going to give you a shout-out on the next show, so get after it right now. First piece of good news, nothing better. Michigan losing over the weekend to Oklahoma. It was the late game, so we finished all our Buckeye stuff. It wasn't the late game, I guess, but I had the late finish to it, so finished all the Buckeye stuff, caught the end of that one, and look, a Michigan L, great, but a Michigan L to go with the narrative that was presented before Michigan fans, supporters, the team itself, and college football fans. The Wolverines are down after all that hype, after everything that was said about getting past the cheating and having Bryce Underwood, their quarterback, which is all they needed as opposed to last year. Took 2 weeks to tear it all down. They fall to Oklahoma, and we go back to a key quote that I think was overly memorable before the season from Bryce Underwood. True freshman, 18 years old. The Michigan Wolverines paid millions to tear him away from LSU during the recruiting process. They got him, and then we heard coaches, fans, other college football, even Paul Feinbaum talked a little bit about how he liked Bryce Underwood and thought he would make the difference for Michigan. But it was this quote from Underwood that really gave it life to really watch and see what he had. Nobody has seen a freshman like me. Put it out there. He's one of a kind. He's going to be that guy. He's going to make that difference. Fast forward to the day after the loss to Oklahoma, the Detroit Free Press, their headline on the SundayMorning.com paper, Bryce Underwood and Michigan football learn lesson versus Oklahoma. Playing quarterback is hard. Here come the excuses. Right away, it's not Bryce's fault. The coaches set him up. They didn't go in with a good game plan. It was just one night. They didn't play in one night. It played one bad game. Sharon Moore and company, just not going how you thought it would. Not how you presented it would. Yes, Underwood's 18 years old, but you told us he was a different kind of true freshman, different kind of 18-year-old. The program told us that. Bryce Underwood told us that. And now after only 2 weeks, I'm hearing, he's only 18. Give him time. Relax. The coaching will change. I was told he was ready to rock. I was told he's the difference maker. 2 weeks. That's all it took for things to very much change up for Michigan. Long way to go during the season, so we will have our eyes on the Wolverines and Bryce Underwood. Best way to celebrate an L like this for Michigan, I do want to note, though, always when Michigan loses, got to like the video. We are taking pride in it, gleaming in it for this week. Michigan lost, Ohio State won. That's enough for a like on the video, right? Go ahead and do that right now. Many people wanted to write that W and move on for the Buckeyes on Saturday, and I understand that notion. But for me, I love to see the younger players, the next generation of Buckeyes. The good news is they look damn good. They look really, really good. Saturday specifically, we got a look at offense and defense, second team unit, really third team unit. You put up 70 on Grambling. That's going to happen. The first name that looked really, really good Saturday, to no surprises, we actually factored this guy in Saturday and for the season. Bo Jackson, the Cleveland native, 9 carries, 108 yards. He had 1 statistical touchdown. He actually scored twice, and I got called back on holding. Bo looked good. He looked really, really good. Has the foot speed, has that physicality you really, really like at running back. I don't know that he's worked his way in to more carries as a starter. That was Grambling. But for a look at the guy you're hoping will get more carries in the next 2 or 3 years, that was one heck of a start for Bo Jackson. I want to let you guys know this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you can cash in. I want to note to you guys, Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. So if one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Here is a Monday Night Football 3-player stat projection. You got Justin Jefferson, more than half a touchdown on rushing or receiving. Caleb Williams, we're going less on the 218.5 passing yards. And Will Reichard, more than a field goal and a half made. To get in on that, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Some younger defensive players that shine for Ohio State. Riley Pettijohn. Look, the linebacker room is stacked. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, then it's Peyton Pierce, then it was kind of Garrett Stover, we thought. Now it's Riley Pettijohn. He makes his way through all that to have a really, really good Saturday. I kind of compared it to a preseason game where he's fighting for his job and plays so well the team couldn't cut him. Couldn't take him off the field. And I think now they have to consider him as somebody that gets more playing time in the future. A forced fumble, a scoop and score touchdown, a few tackles to go with it. You couldn't miss Riley Pettijohn on Saturday, and I do think that defense will give him more opportunities as the season goes on. The defensive line had a good day. Second unit as well to go along with that theme, Zion Grady. And you need more from your defensive line, both now and in the future. So to see Zion Grady get a sack, get a few tackles, get a tackle for loss, just be where the ball is all the time, that's big for the Buckeyes. And that specifically Saturday stuck out to me just because the defensive line is something I've had my eye on and something I wanted more from. Zion Grady might be the answer there. So who impressed you most out of these three guys? Whether you watched them and felt it was Bo Jackson because you saw him in the end zone all the time, or, hey, I just presented the stats to you. Take those for what they are. Bo Jackson, you can type BJ. Riley Pettijohn, type RP. Or Zion Grady, type ZG. The good news continues. Let's keep going with the good news. Love to see it with Ohio State. Healthy roster. All over. Everyone healthy. Feeling really, really good right now. They say health is wealth, and the Buckeyes are extremely wealthy right now. It's weird because I want to make sure I stay up to date on this stuff and fill people in and let people know. There's just not much there. Kenyatta Jackson was the only one who was struggling a little bit with the injury bug, and we heard from Ryan Day before the game Saturday that Jackson was trying to play or looking to play on Saturday against Grambling and injured in that one against Texas in the third quarter. Day really actually couldn't give many details with it, and then next thing you know, he just sort of ends up playing against Grambling. Actually played a lot of snaps, over 20 snaps against Grambling State, so Jackson was the only one to watch, and he played and is healthy. So good for the Buckeyes. Healthy right now, feeling good. That's something you can take forward, especially with a bye, that you won't even need that bye to kind of get healthy. I think that's good after OU to have that. And then Matt Patricia, the hot topic when the Buckeyes hired Matt Patricia in February. What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Matt Patricia hasn't coached. He's an NFL guy. He hasn't coached in college in a while. He's been out of football for a year. Disastrous was kind of attached to it. Confusing was attached to it. And right now people are eating crow. They were wrong. Matt Patricia looks really, really good as defensive coordinator of Ohio State. I would argue the Buckeyes defense is better this year than it was last year because of Patricia. Name a name. I mean, it's Downs, it's Styles, it's Arvell Reese, it's Jermaine Matthews. He's taking these guys, making them better, using them in new ways. For the Buckeyes last year, it took till the Oregon game to have a coming to Jesus moment with the defense and Jim Knowles and get things back on track. We're in week 2, and Matt Patricia's got a parade float for just what he's done over 2 weeks, for what he did against Texas. Great stuff from Patricia so far. I'm interested to see what you guys thought when they hired Patricia compared to right now. Were you right or wrong about Matt Patricia? You can give us that R if you thought you were right and predicted what's happening here, or W if you were wrong. And I'm one of those people that was wrong just because I didn't really understand Patricia had been out of football, then just to jump to college was interesting to me. But the impact, no doubt, it's been tremendous for Ohio State. So many good things we've talked about today. The defense is up there. They've got you highly ranked in the power rankings. And believe me, the defense carried you there because Texas, that wasn't an offensive win necessarily. It got it done, but it didn't win the game for you. PFF grades are great. Even a 70 range against Texas, that was the number one team in the country in a good offense. To get a 70 in that 70 range, pretty good for PFF. And again, we're 2 weeks in, and I've seen one score from the number one team in the country, and that's it on the Buckeye defense.